Hello all, welcome to FinCompass. So today we are here with a new video on the fundamentals of investments which any investor should be aware of. So this is about funds, which is a broader classification of mutual funds and SIPs. So you would have heard the buzzing words about this funds, right? Something like blue chip, large cap, mid cap, small cap, then liquid debt or thematic funds, the mutual funds itself and SIPs, and something based on commodities, right? So these are the some varieties of funds which you have really heard of if you are there in the investment market. But many of us, we are actually not aware what is the difference between mutual funds and SIP itself. Let's quickly try to understand about what is the difference between SIP in this video, followed by that the broader hierarchical classification of the funds, how are these bifurcated, and followed by that we'll try to declutter which are all the funds which is necessary for you to focus on as a new investors and the advantages about it. So this is the flow of the video. Stay with me till end to understand the fundamentals very clearly. Let's move on. The major difference between mutual fund and an SIP, which is systematic investment plan, is about the frequency of investment. The investment on mutual fund can be a lump sum investment, and you can do a multiple times of lump sum investment at different frequencies. Whereas in systematic investment plan is about a mindset and a discipline, where you will invest your investment on a regular basis on a set frequency. Coming to the risk, we see SIP as a low risk, whereas mutual fund will be moderate to high risk. And the volatility perspective, SIP will be low, whereas mutual fund will be on the higher side. Now, to understand this thing much better, consider a person A is investing on a mid cap fund, and the person B is also investing on the same mid cap, but A is investing one time and B is investing monthly in a consistent way, right? So the person A assume that if he has invested this particular fund on this mid cap fund when it is completely saturated or it is somewhere closer to the saturation point, in such a scenario he will actually get a kind of a very smaller profits in his investment, whereas this a person B who has invested, he is investing monthly basis, is averaging out the profits. Now let's say he has invested in the month of January, he puts 10,000 rupees. On that particular month the profit was around 5 percentage, and in the month of February he got a profit of around 10 percentage, and in the month of March probably it could be 7 percentage. It can go, it, since because of the volatility of this particular fund, it could actually fluctuate, and finally he would get a consistent return by end of the year. So here that's the reason SIP, doing SIP on a monthly basis is actually a low risk, and the volatility perspective also defines based on this. Now let's move on to the fund hierarchy classification. So when you see this hierarchy chart, you can see there are so many bifurcation and so many funds which is getting listed here, and there are furthermore funds which is there, which is not defined here. Let's not break our brains, break our heads in understanding all these funds. Let's declutter and try to focus on large cap, mid cap, and liquid funds, debt funds, and small cap funds, right? So this will be our focus. Let's focus on blue chip funds, large cap funds, mid cap funds, and small cap funds. Blue chip funds and large cap funds majorly constitutes are the companies, top 100 companies which are already performing very good, or they are the leaders for our country. So they are classified under blue chip and large cap. The next set of companies are called as mid cap funds, some categories which is having a very good AUM, and they are falls under the startup category. All comes under small cap funds. Now let's go one after the other to understand what is blue chip. So as it's clearly mentioned here, these are the well established companies, something like Tata, Reliance, all these companies are very well established. If there is a minor impact because of geopolitical issue or anything, the fluctuation on this particular fund will be very minimal. This will actually creates low volatility on the fund, so the risk appetite on this particular funds are very low, and the growth potentials is also moderate. Why? Because this is already a saturated fund. Cap fund, So large cap funds are the top 100 companies which is there in the market, who are already almost saturated companies, well established business models which they have in our country. Here, the volatility rate of such funds are low to medium. Why? Because the mid cap funds are also like pushing them and getting into this large cap particular category. So the risk appetite here would be considered as low to mid, whereas the growth potential is moderate here as well. And moving on to mid cap companies, these are the companies starting from 101 to 250 companies, which is as per NSE ranking. So here the market capitalization is medium, and these companies having a higher risk potential because they are very volatile. They start investing on strategic businesses, which is very new, trend based, all these areas, and the growth potential is also very high. At the same time, it has equal amount of risks. Coming to small cap companies, these are the companies which starts from 251 ranking of the NSE chart. So here the capitalization is very small, so they are growing companies. Here the risk is much higher than the mid cap companies. The growth potential is also very high based on their business cases, but there are some risks. These companies may even shut down. So that is the reason many people they are skeptical in investing in small cap funds, right? So I believe you would have understood the difference between large, mid, and small caps, and also the blue chips. So a broader classification is very clear now. So you, as an investor, now you can choose which, based on your risk appetite, where you wanted to invest your fund. If your risk appetite is low, then I would recommend you to go with blue chip or large cap companies. If you are little bit aggressive, try to invest in mid cap, and if you are a very aggressive risk taker, you can opt for small cap fund. Or rather, you wanted to have a composition, you can try choosing a mid cap, small cap, and a large cap based on your fund allocation. Let's say if it is 10,000 rupees, if I'm a new investor, I would ration my 10,000 rupees in such a fashion. I would invest probably 2,500 rupees in small cap, 3,000 in a mid cap, and the remaining funds in a large cap. So this is how my bifurcation would be there if I wanted to ration a 10,000 rupees. So thanks for watching this video. If you found this video really interesting, please do like, share, and subscribe to FinCompass, and do share this video with your friends.